Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. The home of Honda, Suzuka is an old-school circuit with high-speed straights and tight turns through the S's. At 130R, the track crosses over itself, then loops back around, giving drivers a sweeping expanse of track to challenge them. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. Let's get on with the weekend. Get ready, it's the Japanese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Lights out and away we go indeed. It's wet. It is very wet. However, as you can see, we do have a special number on for both the Japanese and the Chinese Grand Prix, adorned in the colors of our wonderful home nation of Korea. We've got a white, red, and blue car on hand this afternoon, but that is not the kind of the focus of this episode. It's going to be the weather. As you can see, it's going to be wet. It's going to be intermediate, still intermediate, wet, intermediate, wet, intermediate, wet. It's going to be all over the place today. I think we've got a really good chance to be 11 and P12. Just got to make the most of it and survive.
Well, you can see the lockup. And they'll need to be mindful of the effect that had on the tyres.
The heavy wet weather is here, and we are in the pit lane. On to a set of wet weather compound tires. Hopefully no holdups. Good stuff. 2.3 seconds and no holdups. We might actually jump a couple people here in the pit lane. So it looks like Liam Lawson will come out in P14 provisionally. However, a lot of people still have yet to come in, including teammate Zhou Guanyu. Conditions are fully wet now. We have taken the gamble to stay out here, but we will be coming in this time by with Zhou Guanyu in the pit lane now for his own set of wet weather tires. Not bad, 2.5 seconds, so we will cycle out in position number 11 and 13.
There's clear contact there. Now their confidence will have taken a hit with that.
Well, Daniel Ricciardo backed his way out of this Grand Prix, and we've got a VSC. The question is, as you can see, this weather's going to be here for a little bit, but then it's going to go intermediate. I wonder if we can ride this out, if we can maybe squeeze into that intermediate patch and then go wet to the end. Taking a bit of a gamble here with Zhou Guanyu, so not quite managing the wet tires as well as his teammate down and away on those intermediates in 2.5 seconds. We're going to take a bit of a risk. So as you guys can see, this little intermediate blip's going to come up here, but the problem is we only have one set of wet tires left, and I don't feel like it'd be worth taking them now. So Zhou Guanyu will come out of the pit lane on that set of intermediate tires, hopefully ahead of Pierre Gasly. Just not quite enough there, but hopefully we should be able to overtake the Frenchman rather quickly, and then we'll be pitting both of them at the end once it goes back to wets.
And the car fails to respond. What caused that, I wonder?
Final pit stops underway in this race for ourselves. A little bit early perhaps, but I think it'll work out. So all the same. On to a set of wet weather rubber and down and away for Liam Lawson. Zhou Guanyu coming in as well. Unfortunately not quite as close as I'd like to be to the points, but we're just kind of in a weird spot in terms of strategy. So P12 and P17 for Zhou Guanyu. Now we'll just see where we cycle out. All right, this will be the first one. We got to get ahead of Gasly. Look at the send there from Liam Lawson. Okay, up to P8. Alonso will be next. You can see these three of Bottas, Sainz, and Alonso are all on very heavily worn wet tires. We should be able to get them. Tsunoda will be close, but yeah, if we can just get to P8, I think I'll take it. Number 2 on the board. Fernando Alonso gets out of the way. Thank you very much, Padre. On to Carlos Sainz.
As we go into turn 14, can they squeeze by?
Well, the strategy gamble is paying off. 3 to go, up to P8. We're definitely not catching Tsunoda. I'm just going to put him on bounce and aggressive, and we'll ride this out to the end. And then for Zhou Guanyu, it's like, what are we doing?
It's all over. Norris picks up first place.
I don't think there was a single second of that race where they didn't believe they'd win it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that one, but either way, Lando Norris becomes the 4th different winner in 4 races. Piastri once again, another 1-2 for McLaren with Verstappen on the podium this time in P3 at Honda's home race. For ourselves, I mean, we are a ways back here in P8, but we achieved all of our goals. We got up to where we think we should be. It's a shame not to finish first in F1.5, but I think we'll just have to do with P8 this afternoon. So P8 for Liam Lawson, P16 for Zhou Guanyu. Not a horrible day at the office, as long as you're not Zhou Guanyu. I will see you guys for round number 5.
And after such a fabulous drive here today, it's no surprise to see this man land on the podium.
That gives them their first win of the season, and it was really well deserved.
We're just getting settled here in Shanghai, ahead of the Chinese Grand Prix. Formula One has arrived for the Chinese Grand Prix. Aesthetically pleasing from the air, Shanghai International Circuit is designed to represent the Chinese symbol for Shang, meaning upwards. and it's upwards and onwards for our teams and drivers here this weekend.
In this round, the teams have 2 races to contend with both the Sprint and the Grand Prix offering the chance to bag some championship points.
Now let's crack on with the weekend. Here we go, the Sprint in Shanghai. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Lights out and away we go. P8 and P10. How about that for a good sprint qualifying for our guys? So obviously no strategy involved in this race. Let's see if anybody did an oddball strat, and it looks like Piastri and Leclerc have done exactly that. So I think we're on the right tire. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I will see you guys at the halfway point.
But oh, they can't avoid making contact. Well, following a crash like that, it'll be important now to ensure that any debris is cleared from the scene.
Stoffel Van Dorn crashes out of the Chinese sprint here, and we've got a VSC. I am not nearly brave enough to pit under this VSC. I think we'll just take this one and run.
Very heavy on the brakes, and hopefully there's not too much damage to the tires.
Well, as Alexander Albon has that lockup, we've got a bit of a predicament. Coming to 2 to go. Both of our guys are inside the points. No real threat from Fernando Alonso or Carlos Sainz behind. I'm not going to call team orders, but if the next thing that you see is a crash between our 2 guys, don't blame me. Finally, we're going to have a repeat winner this season. Oscar Piastri will surely round the final bend event-free and will win the sprint here in China. A very, very good run here for the Australian driver. Once again, Lando Norris comes home P2. Another one, 2 for McLaren. As you can see, Zhou Guanyu has overtaken Liam Lawson. I'll do the rest of the outro here in a second.
Oscar Piastri there with a stellar drive.
And their hard work is rewarded with maximum points.
Mistimed that one a little bit, but either way, P7 and P8, we are going to score double. Both cars are in the points in a sprint race at what is sort of, in terms of proximity, our home Grand Prix. Really good sign. Zhou Guanyu, obviously, to the adoring Chinese crowd, will score points in the sprint. Let's see if we can carry this through into the future.
It's almost time for the Chinese Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Lights out and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. P10, actually P9 there was a really good start for Liam Lawson, and P13 for Zhou Guanyu. We messed up the setup. I messed up the setup for Zhou Guanyu, and he's actually at about 74% confidence. So not ideal, but just going to have to make the most of it. So Liam Lawson will be going hard, medium, soft with that track position, and Zhou Guanyu will be going medium, hard, hoping that maybe somewhere in the middle we can catch the safety cars. So from P9 and P13, away we go for the Chinese GP.
Tries to get by. The car's coming together right there.
First pit stop underway here for Liam Lawson onto a set of medium compound rubber. A very, very fruitful first stint, might I add. So, clean pit stop there for our guys out of the pit lane on P17. Zhou Guanyu is on deck.
Okay, currently P17.
In comes Zhou Guanyu for what should be his one and only pit stop here in this Grand Prix onto a set of shit. Well, there goes 4 seconds that we probably could really use. Anyways, coming out P20, we would have come out pretty much ahead of this whole train, and now we're going to be right behind it. Only Lance Stroll could crash in a straight line. That's brought out a safety car, and we're screwed. We are screwed. We're going to forfeit all of our track position. Zhou Guanyu is going to be out of sequence. It's just all bad. So Liam Lawson comes in. Going to have to go into the hard compound rubber. Thankfully, a clean pit stop and no impediments. So we're going to cycle out of this in P10. Safety car has made its way into the pit lane, and the complexion of this race has just been flipped upside down. So you can see a group of medium compound side runners, but pretty much everybody that had a set of hards came in and took them. Unfortunately, Zhou Guanyu is kind of out of sequence here. Just literally the worst possible timing for both of our guys. So got to make the most of it now. We can still score points. It's just going to be really ugly. Uh-oh. Well, crowd's probably not going to like this. Zhou Guanyu being overtaken by Liam Lawson. I'm going to give team orders here. There's no point in him fighting him with those worst tires. If he can just keep up, great. But this is going to be impacting Liam Lawson's race. Zhou Guanyu has been given team orders to move over.
Closely here. It's there for the taking.
Well, the tires have unfortunately caught up to Zhou Guanyu, and I'll probably be having a meeting with Xi Jinping after this race. And oh, look, we've been overtaken by Fernando Alonso. Adios.
And today's winner. And there's the checkered flag. Max Verstappen is our winner.
Honestly, even their harshest critic would be hard-pressed to say that they didn't thoroughly deserve that win.
Max Verstappen reigns supreme here in China. Piastri and Norris make up the podium there in P2 and P3 as McLaren continue their almost impeccable run towards the Constructors' Championship. For ourselves, P9 with Liam Lawson. I think, you know, considering where we were looking before the safety car, it looked like we were going to have both guys in points. And then for Zhou Guanyu, just yeah, I feel terrible. So Lawson will score 2 more points for ourselves. That is the end of the special livery as well.
Okay,
Zhou Guanyu will come home P13. I hate it. I hate it.
P9.
And yeah, that meeting with Shi is not going to be very pretty for myself.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
That sees them double their win tally for this season. They'll be delighted with that.
Once again, we touch down in Miami as F1 returns to the Magic City. Miami Gardens is transformed into the Miami International Autodrome, built here especially for the Grand Prix. It's a thrilling street circuit where one wrong move can end in disaster, but for those who can conquer its literal ups and downs, victory is all the sweeter.
Don't forget, the schedule this weekend sees the drivers take to the track for an all-out sprint race. A good opportunity to clinch some crucial championship points.
It's time then for another thrilling weekend of F1 drama. And here in Miami, it's time for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Lights out and away we go. There we go. So P10 and P14 there in sprint qualifying. We have taken the gamble to do this race on a set of mediums, although quite a few people have opted to go with us. So maybe feeling a little bit better about ourselves there. But yeah, P9 now for Liam Lawson, P13 for Zhou Guanyu. I will see you guys at the halfway point. 10 laps to go here in the sprint, and we've done very well for ourselves. As you can see, Liam Lawson has crawled and scraped his way up into position number 7. Meanwhile, Zhou Guanyu has actually just gone backwards a little bit. And is now under attack from Alexander Albon, so hopefully we can bring this home. But thus far, pretty exciting stuff.
That's it, that's the spin. And there'll be words had after this, I'm sure.
Oh, this will be fun. Norris has a run on Verstappen. This race is not over yet for ourselves. We are trying to hold off Yuki Tsunoda and all them, but the battle is for the race win. It looks like Leonard Norris on that set of medium compound tires will clear Max Verstappen and most likely will come away with the win here in the sprint. Lewis Hamilton finally showing some signs of life in that Ferrari as he will most likely come home P3 for ourselves. Can we get back ahead of Yuki Tsunoda? We have a run up the inside of the Japanese driver. We have a little bit of battery left.
Win.
I think we'll get the spot.
And well done, Lando. You really deserve that win.
Maximum points is the best result they could have hoped for.
Here we go with the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Oh, we jumped the shark there in qualifying. So P13 and P18 for Liam Lawson. 95% set of confidence for the two of them. I have no idea what happened. But as you'll see here, it's going to be a weird one. So there's going to go, it's going to be dry, intermediate, wet, intermediate, wet.
Barely any room to maneuver.
Oof. It's a madhouse here in the pit lane. On to a set of intermediate tires. Liam Lawson, nice clean, good stop. We got hell. Well, it's good that we didn't double stack there with Zhou Guanyu like we were originally planning to, and either way, out of the pit lane now for Liam Lawson. This is a bit of a risk. The track is getting very, very wet. Hopefully we can just survive, just get around. Looks like we've been able to do that here in the pit lane. Intermediate tires for Zhou Guanyu down and away, out in P12, but the wet weather tire is soon to be coming.
And the car just locks. They took a gamble, and it was just too late.
Fuck it, we're gonna try to survive the wet. Well, the track has finally swung back to being damp. But I think the damage is done, as you can see. Took a gamble. Not going to work out here. On to a set of wet weather tires to go to the end of the Grand Prix. It's just, I mean, Zhou Guanyu is so far in this race and Liam Lawson.
No full throttle before pit exit.
So, Zhou Guanyu down and away, barely out ahead of Verstappen. I cannot believe this has gone this sour.
Albon ahead of you.
And today's winner, and Verstappen finishes first.
What an achievement! Sometimes you take the incredible skill of these drivers for granted, but not today.
Congratulations, Maxi. You've taken over the lead of the Drivers' Championship for ourselves. I really screwed the pooch. I mean, this was going to be easily P9. Maybe could have even fought Lewis Hamilton with Liam Lawson and instead become home with a P15 and a P21. And we invited the board to this race, so this is going to hurt the board conference rating. So, yeah, a bit of a somber way to end this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Yikes.
As always, there will be lots to talk about after that race, including the performance from the driver currently on our screens.
At the end of that, it's a 15th place finish.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
A third win of the season has to leave them and the team feeling confident.
And after a hot and sweaty Miami Grand Prix, I think this is as good a time as any to cool off.